First and foremost, I think a distinction has to be made on the exchange rate, the management of the exchange rate. This is the core function of the central bank. And it was for a good reason that the management of the foreign exchange, the stability of the currency, was made the responsibility of the central bank. And the central bank was removed from under the Ministry of Finance, became independent. If you look at the Constitution, the governor of the central bank is the only public official who is exempted from chairing his own governance committee. That's the board of Bank of Ghana, for a purpose. We don't want outside interference. And there's gradually creeping in Ghana this politicization of the foreign exchange management. I think it's bad. It's on a very bad, slippery slope. And I find it a little bit disheartening that the NPP that fought to make the central bank independent of the Ministry of Finance are also the ones who are promoting this step that may lead to undermine, I call it a slippery slope to undermining it, and politicizing foreign exchange. What is the exchange rate? The exchange rate gives you a measure of whether your demand and supply of foreign exchange are in balance or there's a disbalance. If you don't control your foreign exchange rate, you don't manage it, then you are like the CFA, franc, is pegged to the euro, and the French manage it for them. You have stability. We in Ghana are beginning to talk at a stable cedi is the litmus test for sound economic management. We should get away from that nonsense. You see, if you are able to adjust your exchange rate, and the problem that was in Greece, Portugal, and Spain vis-a-vis the euro was that because they gave up the management of their foreign currency and adopted the euro, they could not adjust it to attract investors and to attract tourism and foreign exchange into their country. And therefore, they went through a whole lot of difficulties. For example, as a rule of thumb, if you have inflation rate about 10%, you expect your currency, give or take more or less, to depreciate by, say, 11, 12%. So that those industries that are export-oriented are protected and they are competitive outside. So a stable currency is not necessarily good. You need it to be flexible. And that's why, we had a fixed exchange rate. It took President Rawlings a long time when moving us from a market-determined economy to a reasonably market-oriented economy to change. We have floating exchange, fixed exchange, and then now we have a managed float. So I do not understand why anybody thinks you have a cure for exchange rate development, the movement in exchange rate. It's like a headache. It tells you that there's something wrong in the body politic, and then you take measures.